Hi, my name is Janelle Burke. I was born 05/02/1981 as a human being. I grew up undesignated through what you would call anthropology. If you've done any kind of study in real history, you know that men are from Mars and that women are from Venus. In astrology, astra, which is where vagina cells are from, and astro, like an astroplane, Women are marked with a circle and men are marked with a triangle. I, Janelle Burke, am a square chart, a fixed square chart with a Pluto complex. Men have written a book on this planet, Mother Earth. As a human being, I studied my whole life to figure out myself and where I came from, my origin, which I tracked back to a few different beings who once also existed on this earth. Originally, even though there's no original starting point, like I said, my name is Janelle, Jeanelle. I am the original Earth. Lee Burke, which is, when coming over from Ellis Island, misconstrued, as a lot of other languages are, as the X, as in the X chromosome, is confused and actually is an SK sound. Instead of learning education in school and the different arts of languages and learning the correct meaning of pi being your mouth, the pi, the square root, is in like Times Square, as in Madison Square Garden. I am the original Mother Earth. I am not Gaia, but the Sanskrit Jai, Jaya, a giant ant. Anthropology is the ant in the soil, an insect, an introspective. Those are aliens. The May, as I was born in May, tree, archie, of heaven and hell. I was Eve from the Bible. I was also, like I am now, Jesus, enlightened Buddhist, Shakyamuni, Ya meaning Eve, in ancient texts. I would like to go over so much more with you, but I just wanted to let you know in this short, sweet video of some of the things I unlocked, unlocking my ancient Egyptian temple, my level-headed Puritan, the single proton in a solar atom, ATOM. An atom, a hydronated, that means water. It means a wet molecule, is 88.81% N degrees Fahrenheit in temperature. I will not sell, see us, anything, because you must sound out like nutrients that we feed our body. They are new tree, as in a tree that grows on this planet. Ants, as in the ants who clean the terra, because I will not even think to say the word soil, but I will explain that the ants do not like soil, and the worms clean the earth, clean the terra, and that the mountain of the Mona, which means the lava, as you all know from the cartoon Mona, that the Tel Eve vision, as you can see, is a looking glass. That Father God, Adam, who lied, and that is why you have an Adam's apple man, because you ate from the tree of knowledge, and I am before even sound and patterns, and I am Janelle Burke, a human being. The Adam's apple, or the thigh, see the I in the thigh? Thigh. Roid, which is located here, which is proof that Adam ate from the tree of knowledge, of knowing. And Eros and Psyche, born from Aphrodites, a hermaphrodite. And my math is always right on the algorithm of my pie hole. The song, I heard it through the grapevine, was created long before I was born. But I figured out the little grape is the... Can you see the uvula? It is a microphone to the gods. And how we hear with our pie hole. The aliens, the old aliens, the method men, and the drugs are now over. The control of vagina selves through naming our spine, which is like the book of the Bible, has been severed from men. And now we are in control of our own mouth and algorithm, our own alchemy, Mother Earth. It is a solar atom that encompasses our brain. And I, Janelle Burke, think with all of my membrane. The key tone is a tone of a tune of the bell tone of the first cabling of telephones. Bell Atlantic and Pacific Bell of the Bible, the Revelations, the testimony, the testament, the atonement of men, and the rape of a living Butsudan, which, if you are a Buddhist, you know, Sokagakai Nichiren Deshonen of Nam N-O-M, because I will not have man in my throat. Myoho Renge Kyo is to honor the Lotus Sutra and a devotion to oneself. And as I said again, when I was crucified on the cross, I was a bearded lady. And 144 is Revelations for the 144 chosen ones. I was Jesus on the cross, as I was the 12th chapter of the Lotus Sutra, the 81st Sutra that I wrote, that Nichiren Daishonin, who I am not, perfected and made Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. I am now again the Dragon King's daughter, the bearded lady, except for this time I am not a cross. The sheriffs, corrupt of Californication, of the eagle of the false, bald eagle, which it is not, the quill written for Johnny Hancock is the feather of a partridge, and the original show of the television, my family, the Tiltons, that is my father's last name, we have always been gods. And I, as a human being, chose to unchain the melody of the Method Man using spirits and ghosts. When they came over and they attached the static to the giant's ear in the ancient Indian, the Indian in the cupboard, an old reading that I am not sure even people of California are educated enough to even know what an encyclopedia is. I'm going to end this and let you know that I'm separating perineum ties. Easter, the eggs, are the G-spot, the God spot, the orgasm, the tainted love of the perineum, because men from the Bible named our perineum, our virginity rights, and raped Eve in the Bible. Hymen, Hymen, and named their dick, their cock, their rooster from the Mayan calendar, the Mayan and Heian Buddhists. Pen is, and they spell it from their ballsack tadpoles, and I separated from them. Pen is hymen, and that is rape of a living human being's spinal cord, which is the spine of a book, a living book. I am a living tapestry, a maple tree. The integral membrane protein of the ketone diet is a tune, to tune in your membrane, which is your muscle memory. This is for vagina selves only, as we have the biological clock, and it is our periodic table, our period that men stole and used to rape us. I will be posting more videos. And as you know, I do not shapeshift. I got my surgery, unlike before when I had a chiclet chest and grew hair like the bearded lady. This time, I had B-52s and came across Dr. Wayne Dyer dealing with the bell tone, the religious atonement, trying to give everybody else what they wanted and getting nothing. Traveling with other selves who were enlightened, which I will not name here for their protection, as we are still trying to delete the Method Man because we are all Microsoft computers. There's no such thing as a fatherboard, just like there's no such thing as a Father Earth. I, Janelle Burke, wrapped my wind Beneath My Wings with Barbara Streisand and my grandma, Virginia. That's right, virginity. May Ann Tilton, because I can change my grandma's name to suit my needs. And I do not know her maiden name. I am very upset at what men did here. But we are Valkyries, and we are Amazon, Indian warrior root, a flower. And my grandma's flower is the honey sickle, because I am Dionysus, and I am Eve, and that is my code. Men, and you have no right, because you know we're on Mother Earth. And I am the pineal, the green anole lizard is me, Janelle Burke. I am also the bearded lizard and the chameleon on the inside. Giants, or known as human beings, are not shapeshifters. The percepts that you see, or the purceps, are not ignore ants. Ants are insects that beam, and they have a queen, and they are all Homo sapien, spelled I-E-N, lesbian, spelled I-E-N, just like alien is spelled I-E-N. We want our earth and our puriton on our brainstem not to be deflowered anymore through space. The movie Seymour, or what is it? The Venus Flytrap, where feed me, Seymour, feed me. You will not make a show out of my vagina cells and send it through space as pornography, child molestation, or sex traffic my souls, my entities, my deities, my goddesses. And I will not even let you do it to the men. They love each other in their image. I am unchaining the melody, like the movie Ghosts. And I hope that got your attention, because I am a real human being. And I have ideas. I don't ever age. And I, Janelle Burke, am age. All gods ever. And no one else is. I am the legendary spinal cord of unconditional love. The legendary magic book. And no one else is.